today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Having a good day?
Very good.
Thank you all for coming to our first session of Life After High School. Did you guys all get the reminder yesterday?
Yes.
Is that kind of helpful? Do you want me to do that each time we meet?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll make sure to do that. I know you have a lot going on, so it's hard to remember everything. So before we get started, I just want to go over kind of just what we'll talk about today. First, we're going to do an activity so you guys can all kind of get to know each other. Then we'll talk about confidentiality. And then after that, we'll kind of just talk about expectations we have for the group. And maybe if we have time, we'll talk about goals. But I know you guys are kind of pressed for time and have to get back to class. So it just depends on how long we have. So first, we're going to do a future occupation bio poem. So you guys each have a piece of paper and a pen, right?
Yes.
Okay, then, so what we're going to do is I want you guys to just kind of close your eyes and think about just an occupation that maybe you've always dreamed of or just something you would like to do after high school. And while you're thinking about that occupation, kind of think about what your role would be in that occupation, what you might do in that occupation. Okay, you guys can open your eyes. You'll have some sort of idea?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. So now you're going to take your piece of paper, and on the first line, I want you guys to write your name. Then on the next line, you are going to write your future occupation. Then on the next line, you're going to write who can. And then for this line, what I want you guys to think about is write something that you will do in this occupation. So if I was, doing a teacher who can help students learn would be an example. Then on the next line, you're going to write who earns. So this would be the salary that you earn for this occupation, and if you guys don't know, that's fine. You can just make a best estimate that you think. Then you are going to write who knows, and for this line, think about a skill or kind of knowledge you might need for this type of job. Then for the next line, you're going to write who values. And for this line, just think about what you would value by having this occupation or what might be important to you for this occupation. And then on the last line, you will just write your last name. So now we'll just all go around and share, and I did one too, but I did one on my dream job when I was always growing up, so I didn't do it on the job I have now. So mine is Erica, a wedding planner who can help two people plan their dream wedding, who earns $20 an hour, who knows how to organize, plan, and execute a wedding, who values a good environment, Mello. So who would like to go next? Or we can just go in a circle if you guys want to do that.
I'll go.
Okay.
My name's Brandon, and my career I chose would be farming, who can provide food for the community, who earns $50,000 a year, who knows how to grow crops efficiently, who values hard work and dedication, and Sergeant.
Very good.
Carrie, an interior designer who can make houses into homes, who earns $25 an hour, who knows how to coordinate, organize, and accomplish tasks, who values the beauty in everything, Silvera.
Very good.
Jared, and I picked a farmer who can help feed America and the world, who earns $40,000, who knows how to provide safe and practical food source for the world, and who values great pride in their work ethic with holding the safety of food for others in your hands, and Silvera.
Very good.
My name is Ryan, and my occupation I like to do is be a pilot who can transport people safely, who makes $40,000 a year, who can navigate around the world and value adventure and safety. And my last name is King.
Very good. So it seems like you guys have all kind of thought about what you want to do after high school and maybe done some sort of research
Yep.
for these occupations. Have you looked into if there might be like schooling or tech schools or any certificates you might need for this job?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
A little
Okay.
bit.
A little bit? Do you want to share what you kind of learned about becoming a pilot?
There's some different schools, and there's quite a bit of schooling before I become a pilot.
Have you looked into that?
A little bit, different schools, not details.
Is there one maybe close by you could attend?
Not real close, but somewhere I'd have to move to go to
Okay.
school there.
Okay. Okay, well, good. Thank you for sharing. So now, that just helps you guys know a little bit about each other and, what we want to do after high school. So do you guys all feel a little more comfortable being here in the group with each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good group.
Okay. So now I want to talk about just confidentiality in the group. I know, I met with all of you before this in the pre-group interview, and I know we went over confidentiality and the form I gave you guys. Just make sure you bring that next time we meet. Make sure your parents look that over and sign it. If they have any questions, let them know. They can call me or email me if they want to know more about the group or kind of what we'll be discussing. But I wanted to go over with you guys, it is very important that everything we discuss in here, no matter who says it, stays in this group. Everything needs to be confidential. So, when we walk out of this room, everything stays in here. We don't go share, with our family or friends what we talked about. So that just kind of helps build trust among one another and know that whatever we share in here is important and will stay here with each other. So is that okay for everyone? Makes sense why we
That sounds good.
don't
Yes.
share things?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now I want to talk about that if someone were to break the confidentiality and did walk outside this room and did share with one of their friends or one of their family members, what might we do? And I thought maybe as a group we could kind of come up with some consequences for what might happen.
I think that would break my trust.
It would break your trust. Yeah, be kind of hurtful and
Yeah,
you feel like you couldn't share anything in this room.
exactly.
I think depending on the situation, I'd be hesitant to join another group counseling session.
Very understandable.
Or not even really want to talk and participate anymore in this one if anyone
Yeah.
breaks that.
Yeah, it would be hard to participate if you can't trust everyone in here. So do we want to maybe come up with a rule if someone does break the confidentiality? What might we do? Would you guys think about maybe, would you want them removed from the group? Or do you think maybe a serious enough apology and talk about maybe why they broke it?
Yeah, I think it'd be case by case and the seriousness of it.
Okay,
Yeah, depending on the topic, and what was said, an apology, is okay for some situations, but, if somebody lies or, tells, breaks confidentiality one time, wants to stop them from doing it again.
okay. So
Even
let's
if they
just,
tell you they're sorry, they could just be lying to you
Yeah,
and then
they
go
could.
and tell more people.
okay, so we'll just do it by case and maybe, we can all determine as a group if we think it's not something serious, maybe we can let them stay in the group, but we'll kind of just.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay, sounds good. So next I want to talk about participation. You know, I know it is a lot being in a group session and when you're not necessarily familiar with everyone, it is hard to share things, and you know, certain emotions might come up here in the group when we're talking about things. So I want you guys to know that if there is a situation and you know, if we are talking about a harder topic, when we get more deeper in, when we do more group sessions together, that you guys don't have to participate. You know, if you're not feeling comfortable or you're just feeling a lot of mixed emotions, you can always say pass. Usually what I like to do is kind of just go in a circle how we did earlier, so then we all have an opportunity to talk. But if you guys are just feeling, you know, mixed emotions, we can always just say pass and we'll move on to the next one. So I just want you guys all to be aware that it is all voluntary in here, okay?
Okay.
So I know you have to get back to class, so maybe next session we can kind of talk about goals and dive deeper into the occupations you guys all talked about today.
That'd be great.
All right, well, thank
Thank
you for
you.
coming, and I'll make
Thank
sure to
you.
send you a reminder next week.
Thank
Alright,
you.
thank